Well, I can tell you that there was just one abstention and one vote against the resolution, so a massive majority in favour of acknowledging the Armenian genocide. I have with me the Speaker of the German Bundestag, Norbert Lammert. Mr. Lammert, as I say, a massive majority in favour of the resolution. What signal are you sending with that majority?
Well, first of all, there can be no doubt that this is a common position of the German parliament, and that insofar there is, in difference to any normal political debate, not any substantial difference between any competing parliamentary groups which we have in Germany. And secondly, it is at least our serious attempt to convince the two countries that they should start an ambitious process of coming to terms to this part of a common history, referring to experiences which we have made ourselves, that this is the precondition for a mutual understanding, for reconciliation and for cooperation in the future.
Of course, the German Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier was sceptical about this resolution. He points to the fact that there is some form of reconciliation process underway between Turks and Armenians. It's very sensitive, and he felt that this resolution might endanger that process. Do you think there's a danger of that?
To be honest, no. It's true that there has been a process of reconciliation. At least we have got the impression that there was an approach. In the meantime, there is no longer any evidence for such approach. Definitely not a common approach. Insofar, we wouldn't have developed the ambition to intervene in a process which takes place anyway. We did what we did because we have got precisely the opposite impression. And the second, and at least as important argument is, of course, it's not just a bilateral issue. We certainly don't comment any problems between two neighbor countries wherever in the world. But in this specific case, we are talking about an historical event which took place with at least a demonstrative, passive participation of the German Reich. Insofar, we are talking about our own responsibility as well.
Well, let's talk about that as well in another part of the world, in Namibia. You've just acknowledged, the German parliament that is, the Armenian genocide. Is the German parliament going to get together soon and debate and acknowledge the German genocide that took place in Namibia on the peoples, the Nama and Herero peoples, at the beginning of the 20th century?
I personally made very, very similar announcement to both similar events last year, and I have no doubt at all that the German parliament will position itself in a very similar way.
Norbert Lammert, Speaker of the German Bundestag, thank you very much for talking to us. Back to you in the studio, Amrita.
Thank you very much. Christopher Springett at the German Parliament.